So what's the question? I'm sorry.
I want your feelings, your memories, your stories, your thoughts about the retirement of the 737 or its legacy.
Well, for me it was bittersweet. One, because it's the retirement of a complete fleet that we've had for many, many years. But so it's sad in that way, but for me it was a good thing because how many times did we work a downsized Guppy and never had any seats, put any people on? So that's why I was sad to see it go, only because it's the end of an era for United, those airplanes, but it was a good thing for me too because I don't have to ever worry about working a Guppy that was 896 and at one point was 8-120.
Well, the 737 is the fourth aircraft that's retired since I've been hired, starting with the DC-8, the 727, the DC-10, now the 737, so it's really nothing new for me.
I always tell people my fondest memory of the 737 is going on to do the cabin cleanliness audit at 4 a.m. and they don't have a vacuum system, so it's really rank in the morning.
I don't think it's appropriate to discuss the 737 with an all-Airbus fleet.
Made me sad.
I have none. Turn it off.
It's very sad.
I could care less.
Bye. We'll miss you.
And your pedo tubes.
And your pedo tubes. And your pedo tubes.
It's sad, but that door was always hard to close for me.
I won't miss meeting the 37s because they're a pain in the butt to pull up the PLB.
But we like the Guppies because they were a guppy.
We like calling them Guppies.
Yeah, we do like calling them Guppies.
I'm glad they're gone.
I have loved the Guppy flying on the 737 all these years. Oh, I'm not going to miss it one day.
Been around forever. What a great airplane. Many flights we spent on those planes. It's a good thing.
Sad to see them go.
I flew on them. They were fun. Now they're gone. Get over it. Okay.
Oh, I am really going to miss it. Old Guppy.
I liked it when it was,
I don't know. It was okay.
I'm glad they're gone. Thank you.
Oh, I love that airplane. Miss it a little bit.
I guess I'm going to be kind of glad to see them go, I suppose. The doors are so hard to close. I almost hurt my back a few times.
I just want to say that I hate the 737. I'm glad it's gone. It was the boringest plane to fly on, no in-flight entertainment, and my shins will love that it's gone because I got hit almost every day by that door. That's all I gotta say.
and they hurt my back when I closed the door, and that's just the way it is.
I didn't personally like the Guppies. I got tendinitis from closing the door in both elbows on that aircraft, so I am really happy to see them gone.
It's sad that we have so many few planes right now and not as many flights to work and handle customers on.
Yeah, I miss it because it laid off a bunch of our people.
I'm going to miss the 737. I'm going to miss that little guppy. I think I've sat in every seat on that airplane, on every one in the fleet, because I cleaned every last one of those airplanes.
Did you enjoy flying on the Guppy?
No.
Well, it was my understanding that the 737, in my experience, had more turbulence than the other planes, and I really hate turbulence because it makes me really scared.
I don't know much about that.
It has a cute little personality, and I have been in the most turbulent flights in that airplane and felt completely safe and secured. So we love our little 737.
It was just the vomit comet of an airplane.
Yeah, I don't really care for the 737s. Like 47s.
When I started in Santa Barbara, I thought they were the coolest planes.
737s. I'm going to miss them. Not sure why.
737 nasty.
Do you realize you're actually the first person that said nasty?
Yeah.
The nickname. The old
it was
nickname.
a nasty.
Yeah.
I miss them. And I liked them better when they used to have the old gray leather seats. And they were all cracked and kind of miserable, but they were so comfortable.
I was really sorry when they retired the 727 because where the engine was located was very easy to tell what kind of plane it was.
I'm going to miss the shuttle the most.
I'm just going to miss it. The whole shuttle thing, the whole nice little cozy airplane.
Hi, I'm Brian Holiday from Denver, but my hometown is Renton, Washington, which is where 737s have been made. Anyway, I've been with the company now for a long time, just turned Million Mile Flyer, and my God, am I glad we're going to move to the 320s and 319s. Sayonara, 737.
We're going to miss it. But as time goes on, we all have to retire sometime.
I would like to reiterate that I couldn't care less if I tried. Thank you.
You know, I remember when we got the 100 series in '64, we were so excited. I think LBJ was running for president.
I was on that flight, did you see?
Yes.
And I bought a ticket on it because I was going to see my dad anyway. And so that was kind of neat. Well, it was a good flight. I got a certificate for being on the last flight. That was kind of neat. And they gave out safety cards.
I started with United Airlines in 1987 in Fargo, North Dakota. And the 737 was the only airplane we flew in there. And it was a precious airplane. We were flying the lead bellies, the 200s, and we started getting the new 300s, and they were quite an airplane. We were so impressed with them. We could put a full load of people on them. Worked with them for many years there, worked with them in Minneapolis and then in Denver. I've enjoyed the 737 through the years. Sorry to see him go, but yet ready to move on.
I was 7 months pregnant, going to visit my sick sister on a nonstop flight from Phoenix to Dulles. Middle seat, 737. I did deliver the baby.
On the plane?
No.
We used to play the nose gear game. We'd go off, back then we had a second officer with a grease pencil, and we'd section off the nose gear wheel as a pie. Just like my name is Bruce Halliday, I'd go BH, and I'd put my section in there, and I'd throw a quarter in. The next step was, once we landed, everybody had their sections on the wheel. All the crew members would run out, look at the nose gear, and see who the grand prize winner was. And if you were the winner at Charleston, West Virginia, they had the best pies in the system, and their coffee was perfect.
How did you determine the winner?
Well, the winner was determined by, we were totally convinced the captain had a lot to do with this, but when the pie shape of the wheel had the initials, who was ever in the bottom position, 6 o'clock, if your name was, or initials were at the bottom, at the very sixth, the bottom of the wheel that touched the ground, hence you know why, that we all thought the captain had in cahoots with the ramp people guiding the plane in.
Also did a flyby of the New Haven Tower in a 737, 500 feet above the ground, screaming across the runway, wagging our wings on the last flight out of New Haven, bound for Chicago. Good times.
You know, I remember in '73 when we got the 200 series. It was a sunny, beautiful day at O'Hare. And Nixon gave a great speech the night before. Vietnam was done. God, I miss those days.
Do you have any funny stories about the Guppy, or?
Not funny.
Not funny. That was my entry into the Mile High Club on the 737.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. No, it wasn't. Disregard.
I sat in first class and went from Denver to LA, and on board the plane I sat next to Brent Musburger.
My first experience with the Boeing 737 was on my very first flight after graduation, was from Washington Dulles to the Midwest, and I will never forget that I have never had so many passengers on all my flights ever throw up as much as they did on this plane.
I remember it was about 93. We had a 737 downsized, fourth in the same day. It went from shuttle 120 to a 112. We were already booked to 130.
The galleys were fantastic.
All you can eat sushi. I'm gonna miss it a lot. I'm just gonna get down on my hands and knees to arm and disarm the door. I really like that.
Getting to be anything I want to be.
What the heck's something to do with the 737 though?
Watching football games, the good-looking men, and the great drinks.
I think I've said everything there is to say on it. Goodbye, 737.